Hey guys, Justin here with another review video. This one I've already got everything out of the box because there was a whole bunch of different boxes and some things are sold separately. So it's not technically an entire kit, but this is what I've put together with Mars Hydro to present as kind of an entire kit. They've sent out their 2-in-1 grow tent, which I really wanted to check out because it has 3 growing spaces inside of one tent. So we're gonna use the 1000 and the 2'600s from Mars that I have, the what are they, the TS series. Those are gonna be in the 3 separate areas. I'm gonna par measure all of them, and then we're gonna also check the tent for light leaks from compartment to compartment to see if you can flower in one and veg in the other. So it's going to be kind of a big review of this 2-in-1 grow tent and using some of the Mars Hydro lights, and we're going to see how it works out. You can see everything that it comes with. You got the tent, you got several poles, you got these little baby poles. I've never seen a little baby bag of poles there. You got corners, and T's. That's also new. Got a little carriage bed there, stickers as usual, and then we've got the 3 lights here. So let's get this hooked up and put together, and we'll see what shakes out. All right, so I've got this thing all framed up. It was actually surprisingly easy to put together. Now I'm just measuring it because there's a few different models that they have. I'm trying to see which one this is. 35 inches by 23 inches. Now on their website it says 35 by 24. So this is a little off from that, just 1 inch difference. Let's see how tall it is. And it says 55 on the website. It's just shy of 55. But on the width, it's definitely short on the width there by 1 inch. Everything else seems to check out. This small space though is really small, 11.5 inches by 23. So that's, I'm not even sure that the 600s are going to fit in there. I don't think they are actually, but I'm going to try it. And then this space is going to be 23.5 by 23. So almost a 2x2. So let's get this sleeved and get some lights in here and see what's up. Alright, so there is the tent all sleeved up. Looks pretty nice. I noticed in putting it together it's actually a lot nicer quality than the last Mars Hydro tent that I reviewed, the 2x4 that I've been using for testing for years. They actually have this nice kind of like rubberized logo on here, so it's not going to rub off the tent or be printed all weird like a lot of them are. This does have a lot of zippers, so there are a few zipper light leaks because there's so many zippers on this. But overall, not bad. What light leaks there are, they're not big enough to really do anything. I actually had a tent once that when you turned out the lights, it looked like stars. The whole thing, all up the side, was just stars. No Hermes, no issues, as long as you're using good genetics. This is all hooked up and ready to go. Their material is actually pretty nice. It's not the rubberized stuff that they used to use. It's actual canvas now. Everything's double sleeved. I've already got lights up in there, so let's turn this out, the overhead light, and then I'll show you some of the small light leaks here. See if I move just right, you can see right there along the zipper in a couple of spots. This corner, same sort of thing. If you move in just the right direction, just kind of here and there's a few spots if you hit it just right on the zipper. And that's par for the course with so many tents that have issues with zipper light leaks. See, there's another one. And these actually look bigger on camera than they do to my eye because the camera's really picking these up good. But not bad. You got to figure the light inside here is super, super bright. And the light outside, unless you have this in like your flower room or something, or your veg room, and you're trying to flower in it, it's not going to be a big deal. There's one along the seam. You can see the green seam. So just here and there, as usual, typical light leaks here and there. But let's bust open the tent. Bam. So here's compartment 1, the biggest compartment, which is 2x2 almost. And that actually looks pretty good there with the TS1000 in there. And then we've got this side here. Where did I put the zipper? Here it is. All right. So you got this little one here that we can open up. There we go. These did actually barely fit in here. They are touching the side of the tent though, which I don't really like. It looks like you could take some tin snips and kind of snip off the edges here. This one sits a little weird. I actually tried to tape it in position because the rope ratchets and the hanging kit are way too long, so I just had to rig it up like this. Like, it's just, you'll lose, it'll be unusable if you can't put it up like that. And then the bottom one down here, you got the 600, dual 600s here, TS600. Nice little grow space. Pretty slick actually. I dig it. It's nice. Really, really cool. You can put your clones up here, your seedlings. You got your teenagers here. And then you got your bigger veg plants, or maybe even flowering in here. Like, this is a 3-tiered solution. Pretty awesome. Kind of a pain to ventilate. This vent is completely useless because they put it in the middle of the bar that you hang the light from. So that vent is just useless. Completely useless. Luckily though, they did give you 2 vents on the back side. So what I would do is have a exhaust sucking out from here, go up to a splitter into your fan, and then have exhaust sucking out from there into the splitter. So that way you just need 1 fan, split to 2 sucking out, and then you can have your carbon filter here also, and that'll take care of it. It has vents on the side so that you can, and on the back, so that you can get the intake air from the bottom, so that you don't need an active intake. You could use one if you wanted to. It does have the vent hole down there that you could use as an active intake. And one interesting thing was I was trying to figure out how they were going to separate the 2 sections, and they did it with Velcro. So this entire inner wall here is actually Velcroed on, which I know is going to divide a lot of people out there. I'm on the fence about it. If it works, cool. But, I mean, Velcro, I know wears out. Hopefully you don't take it up and down very often. But it's cool. Or you could take that wall out and use the whole thing for veg. That would be an option too. Just not that you not use that wall at all. And then you've got 3 different size veg areas. There's actually a lot of options with this tent. I really dig it. Really dig it. I've been wanting to review one of these for a while now. I've been seeing them. They do come in different sizes. This is the, I think the smaller or the mid size. There's one that's 71 inches tall, which is going to be way up there. So, killer. Let's get the test meters in here, and we'll do some testing as far as PAR. I've got my new test meter that'll show us spectrum as well. And yeah, let's see what we can see. Well, actually, first thing, let's see if we're going to be flowering in here. Let's close this up. We'll unplug it. Actually, no, we want to close this up. Let's just close it all up. So we close up the veg side. We'll open the flower side. Now we're going to pull the plug on the flower side. And we're going to see if we can see light leaks. And there are definitely a few light leaks. Some kind of major ones. You might be able to work that out by just pressing it a little bit better. But yeah, it definitely has some leakage issues, which is kind of what I figured. You know, you're putting a wall together with fucking Velcro. But hey, what can you do? So let's get the meters in here and test some stuff. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so we got this all hooked up and ready to test. Now, it is going to take 3 timers since it's 3 lights, especially if you want to have them on different cycles. Or you could have the whole thing on one cycle and just hook the timer up to whatever power strip that you have. But I would prefer having them on different cycles if you could. So what I did is I used a Wi-Fi enabled power strip that has light timing built into it. This one's quite expensive. I have another one over here that's actually really reasonably priced. I'll put the links to both in the bottom. But it's really cool because I got my app here and I can just turn on the 1000 or either of the other ones via Wi-Fi, and I can set each one of them up also with timers. So really cool feature, and it's something that I think is kind of a must-have for something like this. Let's take a look at kind of readings we're going to get if you put a plant in here. Okay, so 800. Yeah, this thing crushes in this little tiny space. So this is a massive grow cabinet of flower. You could flower the hell out of whatever you want in here. Like, that's ridiculous. Look at this close side without any reflection. Oh, it's still measuring. Hang on. Is it done? Oh, no, it's still trying to measure. Let's set it to single test. There it goes. 466 in the corner. Let's go far corner. Reflection on both sides. 583. So this is like a perfect flower tent. Incredible. Incredible. And now we got this one down here. We'll go down. Take a reading at the base. This one's still 528. So you could flower in this lower one too. Hell, just set this whole thing up as a flower tent. There's the 1000. 705. So yeah, basically as is right now, this entire tent can flower in every compartment. So maybe this isn't a veg tent. Maybe this thing should just be all flower. All flower. Holy crap. Let's see how high off the canopy these are. So this is 22 inches off the bottom. But the meter is 5.5 inches. So subtract that off of there. Then we got, this one's at about 17.5 inches. This one's at about 24.5 inches. That is really impressive. Really impressive par ratings in these little spaces. Yeah, this whole thing is set up for flowering. There is no dimmer on any of this. So unfortunately, you can't even dim it for veg. You just have to straight up use a smaller light or a light that dims. But wow, I'm pretty impressed that you can flower in all three zones. I mean, obviously, in this little tiny one, you would have to start them, like, have clones flowering. It'd be almost like a large PC grow. And this would be like a full tower PC grow, mid-tower PC grow, and then a regular 2x2. Pretty damn slick though. I really like it. I really like it. The whole setup. I don't have a splitter. I don't have a 4-inch splitter, so I can't use this yet to hook up the ventilation, but I definitely will be doing that. And I'll probably end up having to switch out the lights that are in here with something that's dimmable, because I'm not going to use this for a flower tent. I've got flower tents for days, plenty of flower tents. This I want for veg, purely veg. Want to have seedlings here, clones here, and larger veg plants there. I think that'd be a good setup. Figure we could do a quick wattage test here. So with all three lights on, full blast, 350 watts basically to run the whole thing. Quite a bit of wattage for this space, I would say. I would say you could probably get away with half that on these. Let's turn off the 1000. So just the two 600s, they're 100 watts each. Pulling 201, turn off the top one, 100 watts. So the 600s are 100 watts each. And then the 1000 by itself, 148, 150-ish. So there we go. It's a lot of watts for this space. This is a like a 2x3. It's a lot of watts. I would like to see dimmers on all three of these. I think that would make this a lot more practical for more applications. So, pretty sweet, guys, pretty sweet. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. This thing has been one I've been wanting to take a look at for a while now, and I do think it's really cool. So click the link below, got the discount code and everything down there. Works on all the Mars Hydro products. Well, that's pretty much it for this update, guys. Oh, one more thing. I did want to mention, for the inside, you could seal that up with some of the reflective tape, and you could completely seal that off so that there's no light leaks. So technically you could flower in this and veg in here. You would just have to put in a little bit more work to seal this off, because the Velcro just doesn't quite do it. But it is possible. It is possible. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Click the links below for all the info, and until next time, happy growing.